Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I hope you all had a fabulous, splendid, magical weekend. Today I'm going to bring you a blast from the past because I'm doing something which I started on my channel so long ago that I presume a lot of you think that the series is over, but it actually isn't. I still have the box, I still have the questions. It is a Truth Sunday? Yeah, this was originally called Truth Tuesdays, but because schedule is not a thing that happens on my channel, other than the fact that I upload every 3 days, I'm going to just call it Truth something new and magical and extravagant, but I don't know what it is quite yet, so just look at the title and that's how you'll find out what I decided to call this series. I have your questions in here from back when I very first started this series, so if some of you Poop Troop have stuck around for a long period of time, then you are definitely in this box and you have a high chance of hearing your name be called out. I apologise that the questions are so old, but I will be refreshing the questions in not this video but the next Truth video. I'm going to be keeping these for this video and my next Truth one, and then I'm going to get rid of all of these, recycle them, and then add some new questions that you guys are leaving in the comment section below. So if you don't know what this whole thing is about, it is basically me opening up to each and every one of you watching and answering questions that you guys have asked 100% truthfully. I know a lot of people on YouTube do Q&As, but this is taking the Q&A to an extreme of deep and personal and extremely private questions, which I will answer openly and happily with you guys, because I feel like it'll be a way of connecting to each other, because I know people close up a lot and it's nice to hear somebody else talk openly about stuff. So let's see if I probably stopped doing this series for the right reasons, because I was just completely embarrassing myself on the internet. But we shall soon find out. 5 questions are the amount I do in each episode. Question number 1 was asked by Kayla Karma, and she asks, explain in detail the most embarrassing thing that has ever happened to you in front, around, or with one of your crushes or boyfriends. This is the person that comes to mind, but okay, there was a guy that I liked back in high school, and I was talking to him outside my house around a lot with other people as well, but it was just me and him like over in the distance because we were talking about something which we didn't want them guys to hear. I was wearing my school uniform, and the school uniform was this hideous long skirt which comes down to your ankles, I know, and a shirt. So the fashion was not to have your skirt too high because it looks really dorky. So you kind of like unzipped the skirt and then pulled it down a little bit so it just sits at your hips instead of on your waist. All of a sudden I kind of felt something happen down there, but I didn't really know what exactly. And then I realised as the breeze swooped past my legs, my skirt had fallen down to reveal the most tattiest, disgusting pair of leggings I owned, which had holes in, which were ripped, which were just like, they weren't even classed as leggings, they were just bits of trouser legs which were keeping me slightly warm in the winter because I couldn't find any more leggings that morning, so I just bunged on the little shittiest pair of clothes that I had ever owned. And I just saw him look down and kind of think, what the fuck? And then me just carrying on telling him the story that I was telling him, and I was just carrying on as if it hadn't happened. I was just talking to him like, please just ignore the fact that I've just showed you my leggings. And I was just carrying on the story just like, yeah. So then I kind of I like went down and then pulled them back up whilst talking, pulled my skirt back up whilst I was talking as if like nothing happened, as if it happened every day, you know, this is so normal, and then just zipped back up and carried on talking. But inside I was dying, even though I acted so cool and casual. That is the way I deal with embarrassing situations. I just pretend they're not embarrassing and they're natural and they're just normal. I do that all the time. I'm so good at hiding embarrassment. I do it so much on a daily basis because of my anxiety that I just am pro. But that is one of the most embarrassing. I don't have many embarrassing stories, but that is definitely one of them. So the next one after that long elaborate answer is by Crafty Chick, and she asks, have you ever been interested in dancing? If you have, what kind? I don't know why this is exactly an embarrassing question. I used to do disco dancing and street dancing, and I actually have 3 medals, bronze, silver and gold for it, and I love street dance, and I would love to take up dance again, but if I did, it'd have to be street dance because it looks so freaking cool. The third question comes from Steph Valentine, and she said, have you ever fantasized about someone? If so, who, and tell us about it. Okay, fantasize. The last person I fantasized about was obviously Kyle. My boyfriend Kyle, by the way, if you didn't know who Kyle was. I feel like I relate to fantasizing about him a lot more because he was living in Oxford and I was living all the way in Brighton, so there was so much time of me just thinking about him before I could actually meet him and get to know him, because I felt like it wouldn't ever happen. I felt like because he was so far away, we'd never ever possibly be able to get into a relationship. Just fantasizing about him the entire time. I would just picture him in my house or in my room, or just like him in general, you know what I'm saying? I don't really know what to go into detail much about because I can't really remember what it was. It was just shit. It was just stuff that I would like to do with him, and I just think about it a lot. So the fourth question, oh god, this is cringy, is from Josh Spencer, and he asks, when was the last time you told a lie? Dun dun dun! I'm desperately trying to think of something because I really want to make sure I answer all the questions, honestly. The last lie I probably told was last night to my sister, because she went out clubbing and she came back home at like 2 AM or something, and I came to see her and I was like, how was your night, blah blah blah, and she looked at me, she was just like, you have my necklace on, girl. And I was like, oh, because I forgot that in the morning. I just saw it on the side and I was like, oh, this looks nice, put it on. And so I just said to her, oh I'm sorry, I just put it on like a couple of hours ago because I just saw it on the side. And so that was probably the last lie I told. Sorry Vicky, I wore a necklace all day long, went out in Brighton with it, and I'm sorry, I know that Scarlett bought you it, your girlfriend, but it's a nice necklace. So last question comes from Fran the One, says, has anyone ever pretended to be your friend or like you because of your YouTube popularity? That's deep. I don't really know, like I guess you wouldn't know unless they ever made it really completely obvious, or if they told you. But the only situation I can relate to with this question is recently I had somebody who was a bit of a dick at school and I never really used to like, and then just the other day they approached me and they were like, oh my god, I used to hate you in school, but I've seen your videos and I think you're so funny and I just love you so much. And they would not leave me alone. They were like just like following my ass around this place we were at, and I was like, at first I thought, yeah, like move away, and then it got to the point where I was like, you're really pissing me off. We didn't used to like each other at school and I still don't like you now. So that's the only way I can relate to that question, because I wouldn't actually know if anyone has ever used me, but I don't really think so. You always get them people that talk to you for a little while, but they only want to talk to you if you're talking about YouTube related stuff. I know people like that. There's a couple people I know, I'm not going to name any people. You think that they're talking to you because they're your friends, and really they just want to know YouTube gossip, or they want to be in a video with you. And people that just ask me, can I be in a video with you? I'm just like, no. That's the main reason why I don't do a lot of collaborations, because I know that I don't want a friendship with somebody just because we can make collaborations and just because we can talk about YouTube stuff. Those are the 5 questions up, and I did actually say that I was going to remove the last set of questions that I had in my next truth video, but looking through these questions, they are a year old, and like that's insane to me. Like, where the frick has a year gone? I think I'm going to remove all these and I'm going to start again. And so what I'm going to ask you guys to do is leave new truth questions down there in the comments. What I basically do is run through them in the sense of knowing which one has a question in, and then just print them all off really quickly so I don't look at them, so I don't actually know what's going to be in the box. So if you just leave in the comment section below the word truth in capital letters and then write your truth question after that, so I know that you're asking me a question that you want to be put in a next video. And I will see you guys for my next one, but there will be a new video at my channel in 3 days time, so I hope to see you there for that. And all my social networking sites are down there in my cleavage in the description box below. And if you want to see more truth videos, because I haven't actually done them in months and months and months, then give this video a thumbs up so then I know to make some more. Love you guys so much. I'll see you very soon. Bye! Oh, my battery's died. Speaking of going on holiday and speaking of Greece, the next 3 things I'm going to show you are all from Greece. or Greece related, my holiday related stuff. So first one are clothes. The first thing I think loads of you are going to love is this kitty t-shirt. That is the top I got in some shop I walked past and I was like, oh my god,